Good morning and welcome back to Mimi's Place, where I'm using up some of my prepper items and I'm going to show you some great ways to use canned chicken. Now, I am going to thank every single one of you who have watched the video that I put out last week, how to use canned chicken. And I made chicken patties with them and they turned out great, and the video was my most popular video of the week. So let's see if we can top it with this next recipe. Again, I'm going to be using some of my prepper pantry items, and I am using canned chicken. So this is Brookdale, this is from Aldi. So you're going to need a can of chicken for this recipe, and you're going to need some mayo, not a lot, and some diced celery, and a few other things. So I'm going to get going. Before I get into it anymore, I just want to let you guys know that I appreciate you and I love you guys. And if you like this video, if you like anything on my channel at all, please give me a thumbs up on this video. Go over, scroll through my playlist, watch a few videos, and if you like my channel, subscribe and we'll become really good friends. My name is Sandy. I am in New England. I have been on YouTube for 4 years, actually 5. I took a break and then I started another channel. So here I am, 4 years channel. I basically share with you my frugality tips, my cooking tips, gardening, just life, and everything I do to be frugal and productive. Okay? So we'll just leave it at that. What I'm going to ask you guys to do is you can tweak this recipe any way you want to suit you. But I'm showing you my recipe to suit me. This is how I like it. So today we're going to make, guess what? Chicken salad. Now you're saying chicken salad, what's so great about chicken salad? Well, you know, the price of everything nowadays is just so expensive. And you don't know what's going to be recalled, what isn't going to be recalled. And I find that the tubs of pre-made chicken salad, they taste great, but they are just loaded with mayonnaise, and it's just so much that it really wreaks havoc on me. I can't take it. And you know what? If you're doing the recipe and you're adding different things to it, you really don't need all that mayo. You're going to be very surprised at how little mayonnaise I put in my chicken salad. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get going. So this is a pop top. So I'm just going to open this can. Okay, and it does have more salt than I prefer, so I'm going to rinse this off, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I rinsed off my chicken in a colander in the sink, and you can do this with any canned vegetable to get some extra sodium out, if that's a concern for you. When I can my own chicken, I don't add salt, so I don't have to deal with it. And even if I did, it would be a tiny, tiny bit. But your canned vegetables and your canned foods really should only have in it the product itself, water and salt. That's all it should have. If it starts having more than that, I don't think it's really going to be beneficial. Well, I mean, it'll keep you alive in a SHTF situation, but you know what I mean. It's not the healthiest, but we're talking about using our preps. Now, you know, sometimes people say, well, we're going to save our preps for hard times. Well, guess what? Hard times are here, and unfortunately, they have to get worse before they get better. So we're going to deal with it, and things will be better this time next year. Okay, so as you can see, I fluffed that all up, broke it all up with the fork, so there were no more big chunks of chicken. Okay, and in here I have some diced celery. Now this is celery that I had flash frozen, and I like to keep it in the freezer for cases like this when I want to make a quick soup or a salad or something that calls for celery. It's cleaned, it's chopped, I just take out what I need and throw it in the dish. I'll be right back. Okay, just wanted to grab a paper towel. So this is the bowl that I'm going to be mixing it in. So I am going to add the chicken to the celery. Okay. This is a very, very easy recipe. And you guys are really going to like it. And I'm telling you, when you rinse off this chicken, it's going to make all the difference in the world. It truly, truly is. So I'm just going to give this a good stir. And what I like to do is I like to put a lot of celery in it. And just kind of bulk it up and try to get as much green in there as I can. Now you can also, it doesn't have to be canned chicken that you do this with. You could use leftover roasted chicken or, you know, whatever, rotisserie chicken if you bought one of those. They make great chicken salad. But I'm telling you, this is a great thing to have on hand. I like this like I like tuna, but I can't have tuna because I'm allergic to seafood. So whenever I want tuna, I have to have a chicken salad sandwich. Okay, so I stirred that up, mixed it really well with my celery. Now on this plate I have, because I rinsed it and there's no more sodium in it, or very little, I'm using 1/4 teaspoon of celery salt. So you want to go very easy with this, okay? I'm not even going to use the whole 1/4 teaspoon. So I use like 1/8 teaspoon, okay? You can actually see what is left. So I would literally use a pinch. And I have here, I don't know why, I just guess I just did it, you know, not to be a slob. But I have 1 slice of a large yellow onion. So I sliced it and I diced it very, very thin. It came to like a little over a tablespoon. So I'm going to add that to it. And here is my favorite ingredient. I like to put dry cranberries in my chicken salad. It just gives it that extra, I don't know, it's really good. You could also add raisins or dates or nuts if you like. Whatever you like. Any kind of nut you like. Any kind of dried fruit if you want. And now I'm going to use my mayo. And again, this is an Aldi special. So the idea, like I said, is to use the preps and enjoy what you have, you know. Now, because I don't use a whole lot of mayo in mine, I'm just going to measure out 2 teaspoons. Well, to help there, let's just say that's a tablespoon. Okay? That's the safe way to do it. So, if it's more than 2 teaspoons, I just round it up to a tablespoon. But when you bulk this up, you're getting more. I mean, come on, cranberries and nuts are so good for you. Celery is good for you. Onions are very good for fighting bacteria and viruses. As far as I know, I'm not a doctor, not a nutritionist, so this is just what I believe from my own research. But you have to do your own and find out. But there is nothing in here that is bad for you. Unless, of course, you have food sensitivities or food allergies. Okay. So, this is what it looks like. I'm going to add a little bit more mayo. Just a little. Because I don't want it to be too dry either. It is a salad, let's face it. This is looking really good. So we have the sodium. We have 1/8 teaspoon of celery salt. Celery salt just makes it. I don't know what it is, but it really makes it. And you know, instead of mayo, if you don't like mayo or you can't have it for any particular reason, you could just like put vinegar and oil on this. There is an Italian tuna. It's imported. It's packed in olive oil. And my father used to leave some of the olive oil in there, just a little bit, and chop up olives, celery, onions, and a little black pepper, and eat that on a nice Italian roll. And he loved that. I'm also going to add some black pepper. Okay, so I'm not adding any other seasonings. You don't need it for this. Okay, so I'm going to stir this up, and I'm going to plate it, and I'm going to come right back and show you guys how pretty it looks. I'll be right back. Okay, so for my lunch today, I chose to use some whole wheat bread. And I'm going to put some lettuce on the bottom. This is romaine lettuce. And to me, this helps keep everything in the sandwich. And I'm going to put a couple of dollops. I don't know what a dollop is, but it's going on my bread. So this is probably about, maybe, I'd say 2 tablespoons in one sandwich, which is fine for me. But this is very high in protein. This is really, really a good lunch. I'm going to pack it just a little bit more because I've been low on my protein lately, and I want to get that up. Okay? And now I'm going to top it with some more lettuce. So we're just going to cover it. So the lettuce was washed and torn apart prior to the video. Now I'm going to cover this baby up. And I'm going to get a sharp knife. And I cut my sandwiches diagonally because when I was a kid, my mom did that for me. That's just the way I like it. I remember opening up my lunch at school in the cafeteria. I was like, I'd be like 6 or 7, and I was like, oh, she didn't cut it the fancy way. I guess it depended. She had to catch 2 buses to work and get 3 kids ready for school. So, and walk us to the school. So, I guess she didn't always have time to do everything we wanted, but she basically was a great mom. So, okay. Are you ready, guys? This is Mimi's chicken salad. The homemade chicken salad using canned chicken. And I have a few of my homemade pickles. You could add some chips with it. You could add some berries or half an apple or any kind of fruit. This is going to be a power-packed lunch that's going to help satisfy you and keep you full for a while. So this is an easy way to use up your preps, use your canned chicken, and make some great chicken salad for you and your family. This is even a great dinner some night if you can make it ahead of time and just put it together. It's great in the summer to take with you. Honestly, this is really good. So I hope that you guys like this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, and I hope to see you back. And the only way I'll know you're back is if you hit subscribe. I love you guys. Have a great lunch. Have a great lunch.